the mobile gaming industry, life expectancy is measured in months, not years. It is a graveyard of trends, a place where viral today means forgotten tomorrow. But there is one anomaly, a monolith that has stood for nearly 14 years. While competitors rot in the App Store archives, this game is still pulling in hundreds of millions of dollars. It still commands an army of nearly 100 million players every single month. Clash of Clans once took the world by storm and has been on a really good run ever since. But here's the thing everyone's been asking lately. Can it actually die? So let's rewind back to August 2, 2012. Barack Obama is president, Gangnam Style is about to blow up, and this little Finnish company called Supercell dropped something on the iOS App Store that nobody saw coming. The mobile gaming landscape back then was completely different. Most games were just time killers. Angry Birds, Temple Run, Fruit Ninja, you'd play them for 5 minutes while waiting in line, then forget about them. The idea that you could have a deep, strategic experience on your phone that kept you coming back for weeks, months, or years, that wasn't really a thing yet. The game was simple. Right? You build a village, train some troops, attack other people's bases for their loot. Nothing groundbreaking on paper. But what Supercell did was genius. They took everything annoying about traditional strategy games and just removed it. They made a game you could check in on for 5 or 10 minutes, multiple times a day, without needing to dedicate your entire life to it. But here's the key. Those 5 or 10 minutes actually mattered. Every decision had weight. Every upgrade brought you closer to something bigger. And people went absolutely crazy for it. Within 3 months of launch, Clash of Clans was the top grossing app in the United States. And by the time Android players got their hands on it in October 2013, the game was already printing money. We're talking over $890 million in revenue just in 2013 alone. But the most revolutionary thing about it were the clans themselves. Before Clash, most mobile games were just you versus everyone else. But Supercell turned it into this social experience where you and 49 other people could team up, donate troops to each other, chat about strategy, and go to war together against other clans. It gave you a sense of community, and that's what hooked millions of people. School buses became war rooms where kids planned clan attacks. Co-workers coordinated war strategies during lunch breaks. People formed actual friendships with clan members they'd never met in person but talked to every single day. Clash of Clans wasn't just a game you played, it was a community you belonged to. And it seemed like it could never truly die out. However, later down the line, there will be complaints. But first, let's talk about the peak of Clash of Clans. By 2015, the game peaked. It was making $1.5 million per day. They even aired a Super Bowl commercial with Liam Neeson doing a parody of his Taken character because someone attacked his village.
I don't know you, Big Buffet Boy 85, but if you think you can humiliate me and take my gold, think again.
That's when you knew Clash of Clans became a part of the culture. The game basically created a template that every mobile strategy game since has tried to copy. The live service model, where updates keep coming year after year. The social clan system, the balance between free-to-play and paying to speed things up. Before Clash of Clans proved it could work, mobile games were mostly throwaway experiences. After Clash, mobile gaming became a legitimate platform for deep, long-term experiences. So Supercell literally changed the mobile gaming industry forever. And since then, few were able to recreate it. But here's where things get interesting, because nothing stays at the top forever, right? New games started coming out. Battle Royales took over. The gaming landscape shifted towards faster, more instant gratification experiences, and Clash of Clans started facing issues. First up, the elephant in the room. Is Supercell running out of ideas? We're at Town Hall 18 now. Back when the game launched, nobody imagined we'd see double-digit town halls. And with each new one, people keep asking the same question. How many more can they possibly do? Town Hall 18 brought Guardians, which is genuinely new. The whole defensive patrol unit concept is fresh, but some players worry that eventually Supercell will hit a wall where they're just recycling mechanics with different names. Another defense that shoots projectiles, another troop that tanks damage, another hero with a rage ability. At what point does it stop feeling new and start feeling like more of the same? Then there is another issue, which is base space. Your village has a fixed size. Every town hall adds new buildings, new defenses, new traps. Players look at their cramped bases and wonder how many more updates they can physically fit before the whole thing becomes impossible to design. The actual space issue will eventually become a limitation, and nobody knows how Supercell plans to solve that long term. Then there's the repetitive grind. This complaint has been around since day one, but it gets louder as the game gets older. Farm resources, queue upgrades, wait days or weeks, repeat. For some players, especially those in the mid to late game, the loop starts feeling less like strategy and more like a chore. You're not playing anymore, you're just maintaining. Logging in 3 or 4 times a day to keep collectors from maxing out and builders from going idle. But at the same time, this is literally what the game is supposed to do, and I'm kinda glad it is this way, to be honest. Then there are clan games, seasonal events, clan war leagues, builder base, clan capital, equipment crafting, hero haul management. The game keeps adding modes and systems, which sounds great in theory, but for a lot of players, it feels overwhelming. You log in and there's 20 different things demanding your attention. Miss a few days and you've fallen behind on multiple fronts. And lastly, a pretty big one that doesn't get talked about enough: account security. Multiple players have reported losing maxed accounts they've spent years and real money building. Some accounts just vanish, and trying to recover them through Supercell ID support feels impossible. When you've invested that much time and money, losing everything because of a technical issue or security breach is devastating. So yeah, there's definitely been tension between Supercell and portions of the player base. Real concerns about whether the game can stay fresh, whether progression respects your time, and whether the constant additions are making things better or just more complicated. But before we talk about how Supercell is fixing things, we need to understand something that makes Clash of Clans special, something that sets it apart from other Supercell games, especially Clash Royale. You see, Clash Royale has this huge problem. When you're a new player trying to climb the ladder, you constantly run into maxed out players who've been stuck at the same trophy range for months. Your level 9 cards get steamrolled by their level 14 cards. Losing doesn't feel like you got outplayed, it feels like you never had a chance. The matchmaking is based on trophies, not card levels, which means skill doesn't always matter when someone can just overpower you with stats. This creates a terrible experience. New players can't progress because they keep hitting walls of over-leveled opponents. And when Supercell adds new progression, those max players just become even more impossible to beat for everyone below them. It's a cycle that pushes people away from the game. Clash of Clans solved this problem in a way that's honestly brilliant, and most people don't even realize it. The key is how matchmaking works. In regular battle mode, you're matched based on your Town Hall level. Town Hall 7 faces other Town Hall 7s. Town Hall 12 faces other Town Hall 12s. There's some variance, sure, but you're never going to be a Town Hall 9, getting matched against a Town Hall 15. So when Supercell adds new progression for max players, like Town Hall 18, those players move up to that new level. They're no longer in the same matchmaking pool as Town Hall 17 players. They've graduated to a higher tier. So when a Town Hall 18 drops with new troops, new defenses, new mechanics, it doesn't make the game harder for Town Hall 10 players. Those Town Hall 10 players are still facing other Town Hall 10s. The new content literally doesn't affect them. They're playing in their own ecosystem, which, by the way, if anyone from Supercell is watching this is literally the way to fix Clash Royale. Make the matchmaking based on card levels plus trophies. So find people with similar card level in the same trophy range to play against. Anyway, the October 2025 update made this even better with league floors. Each Town Hall level now has a minimum league they can't drop below. Town Hall 17 players can't fall below the Electro Titan League. This means you're protected from facing opponents way above your progression level, even if you go on a losing streak. Compare that to Clash Royale, where adding a new evolutions, new heroes, or max level, that just makes every match harder for players who haven't unlocked it yet. In Clash of Clans, progression is vertical and separated. In Clash Royale, it's horizontal and everybody competes in the same pool. This is why Clash of Clans can keep adding town halls and new content for max players without alienating everyone else. The game respects where you are in your journey. You're not being punished for not being maxed. You're just playing at your level, progressing at your own pace until you're ready to move up. That separation, that respect for different progression stages is a huge reason why Clash of Clans has stayed healthy while other mobile games with similar monetization models have struggled. And beyond that smart matchmaking design, Supercell has been actively listening and adapting to player concerns. Let's start with the biggest change, the Clash Anytime update. Remember how training troops used to cost elixir and take time? Gone. It's completely free now, and you get instant armies. That one change removed so much friction from the game. You can attack as much as you want without worrying about resource costs or waiting for your army to cook. They also added the Builder's Apprentice, who can help speed up your main village upgrades while your regular builders work on other stuff. The Alchemist lets you convert resources, so if you're sitting on a ton of gold but need elixir, problem solved. These quality of life improvements might seem small, but they massively reduce the tedious parts of the game, making players want to stick around or even come back. The Wall Upgrader is another godsend. You can now select multiple walls of the same level and upgrade them all at once, instead of clicking each individual wall segment. Sounds simple, but when you have 325 walls, that saves hours of mindless tapping. Supercell also significantly increased builder base rewards, making that mode actually worth playing instead of just an afterthought. They removed the builder requirement for clearing obstacles, so villagers handle that automatically now. Little things that add up to a smoother experience. The introduction of battle mode and ranked mode split multiplayer into two different systems. Battles let casual players farm resources without worrying about trophy pushing. Ranked mode is for competitive players who want structured tournaments and leagues. This way, you're not forced into one playstyle. You can clash however you want. They've also been aggressive with balance changes. The January 2026 patch specifically targeted overused mechanics and buffed underused troops. The Meteor Golem got its wall damage cut in half because people were exploiting it as a secret wall breaker. Druids got healing buffs. Super Witches gained immunity to spring traps. Life gem scaling improved. Those are calculated moves to keep the meta fresh and diverse. This is such a good approach, and honestly another thing Clash Royale all should learn from. Supercell even revamped the esports penalty system to maintain competitive integrity. They're hosting world championships with real prize money. They're treating Clash of Clans esports seriously, which keeps the hardcore community engaged. So can Clash of Clans actually die? Here's what the numbers tell us. As of June 2025, the game still has 98.9 million monthly active users. That's not dying. The game generated $355 million in revenue in 2024 alone, and lifetime revenue almost $6 billion. And while that's down from the peak back in 2015, the game is still consistently one of the top grossing mobile titles on both the App Store and Google Play. The game attracts over 2 million new downloads every single month, even in 2026. Think about that. 14 years later, and millions of people are still discovering Clash for the first time. But numbers only tell part of the story. Because here's what really matters: the community. The millions of people who've spent years building their villages, grinding upgrades, chatting with clanmates who've become actual friends. The inside jokes, the shared victories in clan wars, the collective groan when someone donates goblins to your war CC. There are players who started playing Clash in middle school and are now adults with careers and families, and they're still checking their village every day. There are clans that have been together since 2013, weathering every meta shift, every controversial update, every Clash is dying headline. People have made lifelong friends through this game. Some have even met their partners. There are stories of clan members showing up to each other's weddings, traveling across continents to meet in person. That's not something that just disappears. What makes a game truly die isn't declining revenue or even shrinking player counts. A game dies when people stop caring, when the community disperses, when there's no emotional connection left, just empty servers and forgotten memories. But Clash of Clans, people still care, deeply. You see it in the Reddit discussions where players debate optimal attack strategies, in the Discord servers where clan leaders coordinate war lineups at 2 a.m., in the YouTube channels dedicated to base building tutorials and pro attack replays, in the esports tournaments where teams compete for championships and national pride. The game has spawned an entire content creator ecosystem that's been thriving for over a decade. Supercell understands something that a lot of game companies don't. The best live service games aren't just products you consume, they're communities you belong to, and you don't abandon communities just because something newer and shinier comes along. Look at what Clash of Clans did for mobile gaming as a whole. Before this game, mobile titles weren't taken seriously. They were seen as cheap knockoffs of real games. But Clash proved that mobile could support deep strategy, meaningful progression, and real competitive play. It showed that a free-to-play game could be fair, that you could build something people would genuinely love without exploiting them. Every modern mobile game with clan systems, live service updates, seasonal content, or respectful free-to-play models owes something to Clash of Clans. It created the blueprint. And unlike so many games that find success and then get greedy, Clash kept evolving, kept listening, kept respecting its players. Yeah, Clash of Clans isn't the cultural juggernaut it was in 2015, but it doesn't have to be. It's evolved into something more sustainable, more mature, a game that respects your time more than it used to, a game that keeps getting refined and updated because the developers actually want it to succeed long-term, not just squeeze every last dollar out before moving on. The gaming landscape will continue to change, new trends will emerge, battle royales will give way to whatever comes next. But strategy games, base builders, the core gameplay loop that Clash of Clans perfected, that's timeless. Because at the end of the day, Clash of Clans isn't just about the game mechanics or the graphics or even the updates. It's about the feeling you get when your clan finally takes down that tough war opponent. The satisfaction of watching your base slowly transform from a few huts into a massive fortress. The pride when you finally max out a town hall level after months of grinding. The inside jokes with your clan. The friendly rivalry. The sense that you're part of something bigger. It's about the memories. And memories don't die. Not really. So can Clash of Clans actually die? Maybe someday, decades from now, when mobile gaming has evolved into something we can't even imagine yet. When the kids who grew up playing Clash are telling their own kids about the time they 3-starred a max town hall with a queen charge hybrid. Maybe then. But right now, with millions of players still logging in, with Supercell still dropping massive updates, with communities still thriving across the globe, with new players still discovering the game every single day. No, Clash of Clans isn't dying, it's still clashing, and honestly, after 14 years, that's more than just impressive, it's legendary. If you made it this far, you're probably one of those people who cares about this game too. Drop a comment with your town hall level and how long you've been playing. And if you're part of a clan that's been together for years, shout them out. Let's show Supercell that the community they built isn't going anywhere.